Greetings, Altru team members, coming to you live from our soon-to-be new replacement hospital. We are doing employee forums a little bit different. We're going to do them virtually, and today we have questions that were submitted by you. Todd Forkel, CEO.
Josh Deere, President. And we're located right up our grand staircase. To our right and stage left is our OR platform, which is awesome.
And as we get very close, I think we're within weeks of getting the hospital handed over to us. But we really appreciate the work you're doing each and every day, and know that as we transition into this new building, there's going to be lots of change and transition that'll happen with that. And we appreciate that everybody's always positive about that as we're journeying into this new building.
Todd's going to lead us into some questions. I believe he has the first one.
I do. So first question for you, Dr. Deere. Why are we changing so many things before we move into the new hospital?
Because we just love change. I mean, isn't it the best?
True statement.
That said, we know the new hospital is going to come with a ton of change. A lot of change that is unseen because we're changing our flows, we're changing where supplies come from, we're changing a lot of our processes that go day to day. So we want to do what we can prior to moving in here. So we've changed Vocera Edge, right? Our pagers, that I don't have on me right now, they're going to be going away November 1. We're going to have Vocera Edge, which is a way to communicate with your provider team. There are lots of other seemingly small changes that we've done over the last 6 to 12 months that all roll into the bigger change that's going to be in the new hospital, which is why we're doing a lot right now as we realize there's a lot of unrecognized change that's going to come in the first 6 months in our hospital.
As we get into the new building, parking on this campus will get a little bit better. And then when the current hospital, which is just out our window here, when that comes down in about 8 to 10 to 12 months, it'll get markedly better. If you work in the hospital, this building, or you will work in this building, parking will be to the north of where we're standing today, to the north of the new hospital in the cancer center, and then also to the west. It's very expensive. It's about $15,000 to $20,000 per spot within that, and then also sometimes I think they can be a security risk as it relates to that. So no parking ramp, and we will have a shuttle that will hit all the major components of parking on this campus and return folks to wherever may be their location, whether FMC 1300, the new hospital, and that'll just run 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. sort of in a constant fashion. But again, we do know parking is important to all of us. We want our patients first and foremost to take care of that, and then of course you, the employees. And again, keep in mind, small progress, and then there'll be very large progress when the current facility comes down.
For employees, honestly, it is going to be better on day one, I feel. That said, all of our employees are going to have to help our patients, which is really why we do what we do every day, to find where they need to park and what services they have to get them to their appointments, surgeries, imaging, all on time, because we're going to play an important role in helping our patients get the care they need. I think, Todd, you have the next question.
Yes, next question. Dr. Deere, when will patients move into the new hospital, and how's that process going to work?
Yeah, we can see it. We can see the top of it. January 19th is move-in day. We have an above-ground, enclosed, climate-controlled connection from our emergency room to the side of our spiritual center here. So patients are going to be wheeled from one location to the other, and on move-in day we're going to have a steady flow of patients that's going to be seamless. We have an awesome transition team, and it's going to be really a unique way and a really good solution versus what a lot of other hospitals have had to do, where it's an ambulance circle. We don't have to do that, and we're really thankful for all the members that made that decision happen.
Did you know the move-in day is the divisional round of the NFC, and I have great confidence that Minnesota Vikings will be playing that Sunday.
Skol. On that comment, we know that all of you are excited to help out on move day. That said, if needed, you'll be made aware. If not, all of our other operations need to be happening and ongoing. And if not, you can watch the Vikings win on that Sunday as we move in our patients. Book it. Yeah, Todd, as we're really excited with all the changes going on here on our campus in Grand Forks, can you tell us some other things that are going on in the region, including Devil's Lake?
Yeah, so we shared the very exciting news in the last several months about the Devil's Lake Hospital, which is today operated by Common Spirit, that we have an intent to acquire that facility. The date is January 1st, so a ton of stuff happening, move into a new facility, and again, we appreciate all the team's work.
It's awesome. We're super excited, and we're really proud of the teams that we've developed out in that region already.
Next question. It seems like Altru is downsizing with recent partnerships like Encompass and DaVita. Why are we doing those, and will there be more?
I think that it's really important for an independent organization like ours to look into joint ventures. It allows us to capitalize on our mission, which is, making a difference for patients that we care for in different ways. So DaVita, industry expert, they allow us to expand our dialysis footprint, expand the chairs, get us new technology, which ultimately benefits the patient. With the aid of them and us teaming with them, we expand that service, which is something that we need. Also with Encompass, that was a rehab. So we all know throughput's a difficulty at times in hospital, and they've went from an average daily census of 8 when we did it to above 30 now. Mm-hmm. That's a huge change for our community and allowing patients to do rehab closer to home. And we need to continue to be nimble with joint ventures like that, where it's a win for the patients and it's a win for us, so that we can remain independent. Another one is Restorix, which will be coming online. It's already online, but the hyperbaric chambers will be completed this fall. That's going to bring new wound care to our region, which we don't have currently. So diabetic foots and a lot of other illnesses we'll be able to treat with dives, which is going to be a huge game changer for that patient population. And on that, it brings me to my next question. So what's going on with behavioral health?
It's really going to expand access, not only to certain outpatient modalities, but on the inpatient side today, we do roughly about 16 inpatients, and when we open, which will be in concurrently with this building, so January 19th, we'll go from 16 to 24 beds, and then we're going to start phase 2 immediately thereafter, which will take about 8 to 12 months. We'll go from the 24 to 48 beds, so 3 times the access on the inpatient side, and we all know the huge need that is in this area for not only this area, but really our country for behavioral health. And we're leaning into the fact, as the upper Midwest leader here in the other services we have, of leaning into our expertise around that service line, and really excited, again, not only for our staff, but certainly the most important component, which is the people we serve, to be able to expand that access.
That's awesome.
Next question. We have been focused this last year on our wildly important goal, which was to get to 5-star, and the component within that, specifically the patient experience. What's our focus as we move into the next year?
Yeah, I think our focus stays the same. We realize that our patient experience still is our most important goal to moving forward. We've really improved our finances, as I'm sure all of you are aware. Our quality, which is core quality, patient-related harm, continues to be strong. That said, our experience continues to lag. Experience is cleanliness. Experience is quietness. Experience is how I interact with Ken as a patient here. We really need to focus on that, and I think that although we took a step back, that is truly our North Star, and the journey is going to take a lot more than a year or 2 years. It's just like culture change, and I really think the key to it is our values. You've heard Todd and myself speak a lot on be, go, do, win, right? Be kind, do the right thing, go above and beyond, and win as a team. It's a way to remember it. If you don't remember it, That's how I remember it. But we really feel that implementing those throughout everywhere we touch in Altru and incorporating your wigs in that really allows us to do the best for the patients, which is why we do what we do. As I touched on the values, Todd and I are both well aligned that we think that's the key to our success going forward, and really something that shouldn't be optional. Todd, do you have anything to add on it?
Dr. Deere and I have really integrated that into our new employee orientation, that this is part of who we are. Your values, while we do put them on different things, they shouldn't just be on a wall somewhere. It should be palpable when patients, their family members, our coworkers, whoever it is coming into our facilities, whatever location, that should be something we feel. We did a big push around kindness, and I have noticed it feels like greeting people in the hallway, at least in my personal experience in the last few weeks, has gone up, and that makes a huge difference. That needs to be something non-negotiable. We carry those values out from the CEO and the president, and every point in between in the organization. We highlight that in every one of our interactions.
Yeah. And I'd like to challenge all of you that if you see values not being upheld, that you bring that forward. If you don't feel comfortable bringing that forward, if you see myself or Todd not upholding them, if you don't feel comfortable bringing it to us in the moment, which we prefer you do, please bring them to your leader or a one-up so that we can really work on the winning as a team.
So next question, will our insurance provider change this year, or will we continue to be with UMR?
It will not change, and we'll continue to be with UMR. So all of us need to realize that we're a self-funded plan, so we really have a lot of control over what happens in our healthcare plan itself. Is Shift Wizard still happening? Is that something that's sticking around?
It is.
It is, yes. So we have a lot of other change that's going on, and UMR continued to be the best option from a price standpoint, along with the least amount of change from a patient and employee standpoint. So we felt it was the right decision to stick with UMR. Okay, with everything going on this year, Todd, how do you maintain a work-life balance?
I love to read and I love to exercise. So for me, if I especially don't get in a workout in the morning, I definitely feel that. Anything you want to add to that?
I don't know, having a little fun watching the Vikings go 2-0. Yeah. I didn't want to
There's a theme that's developing here.
Yeah, jinx the Vikings, because 2 years ago we did one of these.
Yes.
At Fritz Pollard Center, and we were really excited that they're going to the Super Bowl. What happened that year?
They got torched.
Kirk Cousins, Achilles.
I don't know if it was us. Thank you for joining us today in our virtual employee forum. We want to thank you for the work you do. We really mean it when we say that you're the heartbeat of our mission, that makes a difference in the lives of those we serve. So we really appreciate you joining. And Josh, where will we be next time we do forums?
Next time we do forums, we'll be here or in one of our other locations throughout Altru's footprint. But we're really excited to start seeing patients here, and we're excited for everything you do, making a difference for those you care for.